Well, of course, it's red power that's the feature at this Florida Flywheelers Show, but there are a few other colors here as well. And with us is Bernie Scott of Cocoa, Florida. Bernie, tell us what we've got sitting right here.
This is a 61 Fordson Dexta. These were manufactured in England and imported into this country by the Ford dealers in the late 50s and early 60s and sold as a small diesel utility tractor to add to the Ford line. And they had mostly gas tractors. This particular one was sold for orchard use, as you can tell by the fenders. But they were quite popular in the South, and there are quite a few of them around. It has a Perkins-built 3-cylinder engine in it and manufactured in Dagenham, England. A very, very efficient, economical tractor to operate. Some guys say you almost have to take fuel out when you come back from the field, but I don't think that's stretching a little bit. But a very nice little tractor to operate, very user-friendly.
I was going to say, where did this tractor spend its working life, and how handy was it when farmers went to use it?
This tractor spent its working life in east central Florida in the orange groves. And then, I guess probably in the late 80s was relegated to the barn and stored for a while. And then I got it out of this barn in about 96 or 7 and did some refurbishing on the cosmetics, but most of the mechanical part of it was very good condition, as most of them were. They were a very well-built, strong tractor.
How does that blue look against a field of red?
Well, it looks good to me. I like it. I like to be different, and that's why I did this tractor. It was mechanically very good. It's not a high-end collectible tractor at all. More of them are sold for using than they are for collecting. And this one is different, and I don't think there's another one on the grounds. There have been others here in the past occasionally, but there were several around Florida.
You also have a very special Oliver that's quite a bit smaller than this. Tell us about that.
Well, in 72 and 73, Oliver sold lawn and garden tractors that were manufactured by Jacobson Company. And they were, at the time, quite expensive compared to Deere or International or Alice or whatever, and they consequently didn't sell too many of them, so now they're a pretty collectible tractor. The one I have is a 10-horse 105 gear drive. There were 4 other versions. There was a 75, there was a 125 hydrostatic and gear drive, and there was also a 145 hydrostatic. They're very, very collectible at this point, and there just weren't many of them sold. They also sold in Canada a cockshut version of the same tractor, which was painted red, but the tractor was identical. And of course, in Canada, you didn't have to mow the grass too long, so most of them were low-hour machines. Yeah.
Those Olivers are pretty hot with collectors right now?
Very popular with collectors. I don't know of more. I've got one other one in my possession at this time, and I don't know of another one in the collector's hands in Florida. So they're sought after, very sought after.
Fun to drive a little machine like that?
Oh yeah, they're a neat little machine. Very well built, actually overbuilt for a lawn and garden tractor. Very, very strong, Kohler engines in all of them, and they had a range of attachments as most lawn and garden tractors did.
Talk about this Florida Flywheelers Show. You've seen it grow from the very beginning. How would you describe it now?
Awesome, I guess, is the best word. I've been coming for many, many years, and we have 3 shows a winter. In November, January, and February, and it seems like the thing grows by a large percentage from one month to the next, and from one year to the next. It's just hard to imagine.
Bernie, you've been collecting tractors for a long time. What is it about this hobby that just makes you stick with it?
Well, the most important thing about this or any other hobby, as far as I'm concerned, is the people. This stuff is all maybe unique and different and scarce or whatever, but it's still iron. And iron can be replaced, but the people are the greatest thing about the hobby. Secondly, I guess my next favorite thing about it is the search for whatever the equipment is. And thirdly, I really do enjoy working on it. I enjoy the challenge of taking something old and rusty and ugly looking and trying to make it into something that's very presentable and a nice showcase.
Hey, thanks for catching Classic Tractor Fever. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel right here on YouTube. You can also find even more videos and branded merchandise over on our website, ClassicTractorsTV.com. Now don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button.